Hey girl, welcome to the Black Girl Voices podcast. I'm Shivaun,
And I'm Whitney.
and every week we get together to laugh, cry, shade, and share everything from pop culture to racism.
So grab your headphones and your oversized mug and come and join the conversation.
Welcome back, friends. It's Shivaun
Whitney.
and we are here once again. Whitney, how are you today?
As the elders say, I won't complain.
I won't complain.
I won't
What's that
complain.
song?
Life is good. Life is good. We are good. Just trying to keep my boss happy. A happy little 3-year-old.
Oh yeah, yeah, because they are the bosses.
The house managers.
Oh, the house managers. Here's the thing. They be house managers, but they don't be managing anything. So
Mm-mm.
Clifton had a
Mm-mm.
speech delay, and so now he is like full on speaking.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, is this the same kid who couldn't form sentences? Because he has a lot to say about everything.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was
I'm
storing
like,
up those thoughts.
right. I was like, oh, so you were just waiting. That's all.
Hmm.
You were just
Gathering his thoughts.
so, you know,
How are you?
I'm I'm doing good. I am still trying to combat this cold,
You're
but we're doing good. I'm ready for Christmas. We are, well, by the time you guys have heard this, Christmas and all that has already come and gone, but we stopped doing gifts just because the
mm.
kids just like Clifton just opened something from last Christmas that somebody gave him because people just
Wow.
give so much stuff, grandparents, all that stuff. They give so much
That's
stuff.
true.
So we stopped doing gifts and we just save throughout the year and plan a trip. So we're going
I
to
love
Disney.
this.
Yeah, so we're going to Disney. And
I
it,
love it.
yes, so we are going the 27th through the 2nd of
Oh, girl.
yes. And so if you go ahead of time, right? Like if you book ahead of time and all that stuff, the cost isn't as bad as people think. Now, it obviously is a little bit more expensive during Christmas time because it's Christmas time,
Hmm.
but I had never been to Disney during Christmas as a child, and taking the kid, we took them last year, was the most magical thing because
Oh my
Disney has a
gosh.
thousand and one trees
Oh, I love it.
everywhere. Yeah, Santa. Last year they had a black Santa, and girl, there were people in the crowd, and you could visibly see their faces just balled up. And I'm just like, and then my
Oh,
what did it for me is my oldest goes, and that's all I needed.
I
That's
love
all
it.
I needed.
I love it
So
so.
yeah, so we're doing Disney. They don't know. So we'll just give them like we've got t-shirts and stuff. So when they open, we'll let them open all their gifts from, aunts, uncles,
Hmm.
grandparents, all of that. And then we always get like one small gift from like Santa.
Hmm.
Like my son's gonna get like some play food because he's really into like cooking and stuff.
Hmm.
So some play food, and then my oldest will get like some books and stuff, and then they'll open their gift from mom and dad. So I always do the biggest gift from mom and dad because we do
Hmm.
the Santa thing, but I need you to know that mom and dad work
The mom and
hard.
dad. Yeah.
Yes, mom and dad work hard to provide these gifts for
I
you.
love that.
Yes, so their big gift always comes from us. And so they'll open it and it'll be like their little Disney magic bands and like their t-shirts. And then we'll tell them that we're leaving in 2 days.
Yeah, I
So
love it.
yeah, so I mean, it's amazing, excited. I'm ready for that, but I'm hoping that this cold is gone by then.
Please, Jesus.
Please.
Please
Last year I
intervene.
had a sinus infection on
Girl.
day 3 at Disney. That was so miserable. Like I went to urgent care
Ah,
that night.
no.
Yes, so,
No.
let's
No.
keep me lifted in prayer, saints. Well,
Absolutely.
by now I'm claiming I'll be done.
Not
By the time y'all
saints.
listen to this,
Saints and ain'ts.
saints and eights. Matter of
The
fact, no,
saints and ain'ts.
I don't want the eights. I don't want the eights.
Sometimes I'm an ain't. It
No,
depends.
no, listen.
Depends on the day.
A lot of times I'm an eight. God's like, I don't know who she
Go
is
go ahead, sit
knocking
down.
on these gates.
Come on here, sit down.
You know where you're going, sis.
Is your grievance this cold?
My grievance is not this cold. My grievance is I hate a one upper. I cannot stand like okay. So I'm gonna give 2 examples, right? So
Yeah.
like somebody can be like, oh, like I am in the process of writing a book. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then everybody's clapping and, oh, good job. Oh,
Yay.
I wrote a book already, or I'm already published. Or, oh, I just lost 2 pounds. Oh, that's good. Well, I always eat like one of those people, or especially
Oh,
the mothers, when you're
oh,
like, oh, my baby's like finally reading. My baby was reading since they were 2. Good for fucking you. I don't care.
can we celebrate like what's
My
go what?
kid in this
Yeah,
moment,
is it okay if I like also celebrate my own child? Like, are you okay?
right. Or my baby is finally potty. Oh, so I heard this a lot. Like, so Clifton was a late potty training baby.
Uh-huh.
Jay Sean was really early. Clifton was late. A lot of it. Well, really, I'm not even gonna try to justify it because it is what it is.
It
He
is what it
potty
is.
trained when he potty trained. There's no
Right.
ifs, ands,
He
or
goes
buts.
to potty now. That's
Right.
fine.
He's potty trained now.
Now.
So he didn't fully like grasp it to like 3.5,
Hmm.
almost 4. And I remember sharing like, oh, he was potty trained. And I remember someone saying that their baby was potty trained at 2. And I was like, okay,
Good.
so now what do we do?
I always like turn back and whenever hear like a one upper, I always turn back to my story. I'm like, okay, so like I
Go
was
back
saying,
to me.
like, what do you want? A cookie? What do you want? A sticker?
They're
What do you
just
want?
so ridiculous. I cannot stand having conversations with them.
It's embarrassing.
It is embarrassing. Like,
It's like,
oh,
why do you feel?
right, the need to like insert yourself and your success in the midst of everybody else's success.
It's like those kids that cry at other people's birthday parties.
Girl, girl, my little brothers
Oh
were
no,
they were one of those.
they
And
shouldn't
my
catch
mom,
strays.
yes, they're catching strays. So, and because of this, my mom used to buy them gifts.
No,
Like we would get
no.
gifts on each other's birthdays. So when I got older, I said if I have more, well, first of all, I never really expected to have kids at all because I was always just like, I would be like the rich auntie
Auntie,
living life. But anyway, after I had my first, I was like, if I ever have another one, nobody's getting gifts on your
no,
birthday. It's your
no.
day. It's
It's
about
your
you.
day.
Like everybody should cater to you, celebrate you, whatever. You can be a little bit of an a-hole on your birthday. Like it's
It's
your
your
birthday.
birthday.
So yeah. Or the kid who needs to blow out candles for somebody's birthday. I don't know why that infuriates me, but those videos of
Burns
like the other kid trying to
me
blow,
up. Yes.
yeah, makes me want to riot.
Okay.
I don't know
Absolutely.
why. And
Like,
get your damn kid.
why are you even over there? Why are you even
Right.
over there? Go on the other
You
side of
don't
the
even
table.
go here.
Yeah, go on the other side of the table. If you can't get yourself together, walk to the bathroom. Go over there, play with them balloons. Do
Yes.
something else.
Go sit in the corner.
I will never understand it. I will never
What's your
understand it.
grievance? What's your grievance today? What is getting
Oh,
on Whitney's nerves?
you got me thinking about it now, girl. And I was like, you know what? Mom guilt in general, how moms are like some of the most judgmental ass people I've ever met. And, being a newer mom, like in my 30s, and all these other, I call them established moms. I don't want to call them older moms, but established
Mm.
moms, people who have had their children and are doing their thing. And like
Oh, they're the
some of the
worst.
judgment I get because my parenting, it's not necessarily gentle parenting, but it's gentler than
It's a wish.
how I was parented because I find that having a conversation with my daughter,
Hmm.
like that's all she just really wants to be understood. And having that understanding of her, even at this really small age that she's at, has helped so much. She just wants to be understood. She just wants to be involved. She just wants to be included. And so in understanding that, it's mitigated so many different things. Um, but I'm watching like some of the people like, well, why are you talking to her about that? Well, what do you need to talk to a 3-year-old about that for? I'm like, why not? Like,
How does she understand things if you don't talk to her about it?
right. Like if I say, okay, well, we need to do X and Y, and she asks me why, she's not asking to be disrespectful, she's asking for understanding. And
Yeah,
yeah,
he
sometimes I
literally
get
doesn't know why.
right. She's 3, she's new here. She's a brand new person. And it's okay to ask questions. And how do I show up as a safe place for her to get information, but also
Mm,
get her needs met if I'm not answering her basic questions at 3?
but because some of y'all don't understand why your
Hello.
13-year-old daughters
Okay.
will ask their friends about sex
And not
and
your
birth
ass.
control and all of these other things and not you. And it's because you've never showed up as a safe person for them
You're
to
not
ask
safe.
questions to.
You're not safe.
I'm
You've
not going
proven
to
yourself
ask
to be
you
not
about
safe.
what sex is
Mm-mm.
if when I ask you things you blow up on me or you tell me you don't need to worry about that right now. But I'm telling you I'm curious and
Or
I
you
don't
blow me
know.
off.
Yeah, or
Right.
you blow me off
Mm-hmm.
and I'm telling you that I'm curious and I don't know and I want to know.
Mm-hmm.
But to educate my kid about these things than me versus
Me.
somebody who's trying to manipulate them and then
Okay.
telling them all kind of mess.
Me.
Yeah,
I
girl, that's a podcast episode because the way
listen.
we treat our daughters,
Ooh,
and I
don't
have
get me
sons.
started.
I have sons, and I say all the time, I will make sure I raise and not coddle my sons
Mm-hmm.
because y'all coddle y'all sons and y'all raise y'all daughters.
Hell, hello, hello,
And is even
hello.
even I mean, I have these conversations with my parents all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like to a degree, my brothers were coddled and I was raised.
Mm-hmm.
Like when it came to like learning certain skills or doing
Mm-hmm.
certain things, like I had to be more responsible.
Mm-hmm.
And it was
Mm-hmm.
because, oh, because you're going to be a woman someday. And
Yeah.
it's like,
They
okay,
saw you as an adult when you were
right.
little. They
Exactly.
adultified you. Yeah.
Yes.
But they
So,
see their sons as little boys who
yes.
they're allowed to have imagination. Like think about the gifts we all right, so this is the part where I tattle on myself and at the same time also try to be the aspirational person I try to be, where I think about the gifts that we give our kids, and I say this all the time, and then my daughter turned out to be this particular child.
Oh
So I
no.
think about the things we give our sons, where we're giving them astronauts and dinosaurs and things like that. But what we
Mm.
give little girls purses and kitchen sets.
Huh?
But then my daughter was born, and she wanted the purses and the baby dolls and
Oh,
the like
but that's okay.
that's what she wanted though. That's
Yes.
different. I'm
You
not
didn't
throwing that
limit
on
her
her.
to that.
Yeah, no, you should have seen me
Yeah.
the first Christmas that we had. Someone bought her a purse, and I was like, "Well, I'm going to get her a tool set and see what." I did. I bought her a tool set, and she loves her tool set, but also she likes a mean bag like her mama.
Right. Right. And that's okay.
That's
But I get what
okay.
you're saying about like how we
Mhm.
limit our daughters to chefs and not even chefs, but just like the cooks of the house. And we give them
The
like the little
caretakers.
broom set and the vacuum. And then we buy our sons firefighter gear and
Okay.
police costumes and
Doctors,
astronauts,
doctors' outfits.
doctors. Like, what about why the little girl can get a little doctor's outfit?
Okay.
She
Okay.
maybe she wants to be a brain surgeon.
Doc McStuffins is sitting right there, just looking
Right.
you in the face.
Right. And I love me some Doc McStuffins.
It's so
Listen.
cute.
And the
It's
fact
so
that she's
cute.
black just does it for me every time.
And like a noticeable black, like not like
Yes.
a is she
Yes.
like it's there's no
Not
question.
ambiguous.
Yeah, that's the word. Thank you. See, look,
Yes.
I love being around smart people.
Girl, please. Half the time I'm leaning on you for words.
Stop this.
But I know I love that she's like black with black features and
Mm-hmm.
it's a cartoon, but you can still tell she's got curly, coily hair and
Yeah.
I the representation is needed.
Shout out to the representation. But
It's
yes,
very needed.
you judgy moms need to get your acts together and stop like telling people how to raise their kids when your kids don't even want to talk to you.
Right. Because I don't really give a damn that your kid's never eaten a Cheeto before.
I don't care that your
I
kid has
don't
never
care.
had juice before.
That's good for you.
Congratulations. As I hand my child this processed lemonade, mind your business.
Because my youngest lives on chicken nuggets. So and he's still here.
But he lives.
He
And
lives.
that's the
He
point.
lives to find another day. So I'm glad that your 4-year-old eats carrots and boiled chicken. We eat processed chicken nuggets. Okay?
Yeah.
And we're alive. And we're well.
My baby loves macaroni and cheese. I don't care what you think about it.
Even Kraft.
Okay? She
Clifton does
survives.
not like macaroni and cheese, and I had to say, I don't think you're a child.
I don't think so. No.
No, I think he might be like
A
reincarnated
grown
or
up.
something.
Like
Yeah.
a grown up.
Because
Hmm.
to not, and I don't really care for macaroni and cheese, but that's like as a grown up. Like as
Yeah,
a
as an
kid,
adult.
I used to bust some macaroni and cheese
Listen,
down.
Kraft was my friend at a
Right.
certain age. Let me see that blue box in there. Be shouting.
But, okay. So I have to bring this up.
Oh, what happened?
Have to bring this up to it's gonna bring us into our topic today.
Oh, okay.
But
Yes, ma'am.
I am so tired. I guess this is a
Ooh,
grievance that will bring
ooh.
us into our topic today. I'm so tired of seeing when black women are having conversations about something, whether it be our attire or our hair, most of the time our hair.
Mm-hmm.
And I am so tired of seeing white women, especially, stop with the gatekeeping. We can't gatekeep our own culture. It's ours. It belongs to us. Gatekeeping is when I'm wearing a cute little dress and you ask me where the dress is from, and I'm like, "Ugh, I can't tell you." That's gatekeeping. But my box braids is not gatekeeping. It
I ran out of
belongs to
tea.
me.
I done ran out of tea.
It belongs
I went to
to
sip
me.
tea to agree with you, ma'am.
It's gatekeeping. The word in itself has become weaponized as a
Oh, like
means to
all of these
shame Black
things.
women. Yeah.
Oh yeah, like all of these things. I have adopted the position where I say, you say gatekeeping like it's a bad thing. You say gatekeeping like it's a bad thing.
No, seriously.
Actually than you do. Because I
Mm.
do feel like we should. I feel like we both agree that we should protect our culture.
Yes.
We both agree with that. I stand on a different side where I say, that is gatekeeping, but
Mm.
I think about it in the context of yoga. So yoga, for example,
Oh, yes.
yoga is a an Eastern practice,
Mhm.
and it's not just the moves that the cute girls at Lululemon want to show you. It is a lifestyle of living, where those moves and those stretches are incorporated, but it's also a lifestyle that one lives out daily. And I think about how folks were railing against, these cute little influencers in their very expensive workout clothes, with posting pictures with their mats and, saying all the little things and,
Namaste.
yeah, that, thank you. Namaste and all
Namaste.
that. And, they changed it to namaste and all that stuff like that. I'm like, oh
Oh
my
my gosh, I had
God.
forgot about that.
And how people who actually practice what yoga really is, how they've reclaimed that piece of their culture. And I have so much respect for them, and I'm like, that is a piece of their culture. Now if they are willing to teach you that or willing to invite you into that, that's one thing. But yoga has been up, down, left, right appropriated, and I think we need, like, more people are being honest and open about that, and I really truly appreciate that.
Mm.
um
And
but the thing
I love that you said that it's like a way of life
yeah.
because
Mm-hmm.
some of the same, you know, appropriating, I will even say influencers who have adopted this yoga, right,
Mm-hmm.
aesthetic that they've, because they've
Aesthetic.
turned it into an aesthetic.
They
They've
turn everything into
adopted,
aesthetic.
yes. So they've adopted this yoga aesthetic, but they don't speak out for Black and brown people who
Ooh,
were the
say that.
creators
While they
of
order
that
their Indian
aesthetic.
food and do
Right.
their yoga. Ain't said
Right.
nothing. Ain't said nothing
Yes.
about these factories where these people
You
are being
can't speak out against
overworked.
genocide,
Okay.
but you're namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste. Well,
I
what about
see
the
both
people who are being,
sides.
yeah, you see both sides.
You're
Peace, love, and
useless.
light.
Okay?
Peace,
He's
love, and light.
like,
Peace, love, and light.
I almost threw my
I'm
laptop.
sure the people who are being murdered would love some peace, love, and light.
Quite literally would.
Sure, they'd love it.
Why don't you talk about them? Okay. Girl, I think about, like, the Indian weddings and how henna, like how henna culture and things, like people were
Mm.
doing like the henna on their hands and stuff like that. And
I want to be invited to an Indian wedding so
oh my
bad.
God, an
Please
Indian
invite me.
wedding and a Nigerian wedding. All just invite me
Mm.
to all the things. I'm coming. I'm
All the
coming.
cultural weddings. Please
Yes,
invite me.
I'm not gonna have one because that's not my
No,
culture.
but I
But
want to be invited.
if you would like to invite me, I would love to just
Yes.
come and
Me
experience
and
it.
Whitney will come, so you don't have to do two, like,
No,
or four people. We'll
mm-mm.
be each other's
We
date.
will, yes, we'll be each other's date and we'll
Just
have a good
invite us.
time. Yes. And can y'all send a video of whatever dance y'all decide to do so we can be included? Because I'm gonna learn
Yes,
these steps.
ahead of time so we can be on our Zoom. Quite
Just
literally.
practicing. But seriously, like, but that's cultural appreciation where you wait until a person in that culture invites you to the thing.
Absolutely.
It's theft. And I love that you brought up aesthetics because that is what people want to reduce Black culture. I'm bringing it back to Black culture because that's the culture, we
We're
reside in,
in, yeah.
that we are of. That's what people want to reduce Blackness to. And I think it's because people feel like everything that Black people have, Black people should be willing to give, or they're going to be willing to take it,
Yes.
and it's not like Black people won't share. It's not like Black people won't invite, but let's think about that word share. Share implies an
Yes. Like, what are
exchange
we
of
getting?
cultures. What are you giving us to be included in this cultural experience?
With the raisins and the potato salad, y'all, I don't really care for
You
that.
know
So
what?
you
Justice for the
can keep,
raisins and the potato salad,
you
because
can keep
that
that.
don't you dare show up to my African American home. First of all,
I
bring
will call the
plates.
police
The law, not
and I will tell them I've been assaulted. Bring the plates, please.
bring the
Bring
plates,
the
bring the
plates.
ice. We always forget ice. Bring the
Black people
ice.
don't never have ice. I'm gonna tell you, if we have, I don't care how many degrees this person has. If they can be a doctor,
We always
they
forget
don't
the
have ice.
ice. We
Please
always
bring the
forget the
ice.
ice. Bring two
We got
bags.
liquor, but we don't have
Always.
no ice.
We don't never have no ice. Why do we always forget the
Please bring the
ice?
ice. White people bring the ice. Bring
Go
the
ahead.
ice.
Bring the ice. It's cool. Bring the ice.
Some damn raisins.
But like, I hate that there's this implication that people should be willing to share a culture that has been so robbed and so
Mm.
stolen from and so written, like our people have been written out of. Like, think about rock and roll. Think about
Jazz.
jazz. How about that?
Yeah.
Think about blues even at this
Mhm.
point. Think about what we're watching with rap. Like, it's one thing to have a cultural exchange where people are sharing, people are actually sharing and actually
Right.
paying homage to the people who came before them, the people who
Right.
created these things, and loudly, like, do it loudly so folks
Right.
know. And it's a whole nother thing to just stand up and just take it. It's one thing to say, I love your braids. It's a
Right.
whole nother thing after my trip to Jamaica with a whole head full of them and act like Kim Kardashian made these popular.
Out on fire.
Oh, listen, that's
Okay.
the ancestors.
So real quick, sorry, I gotta pivot because this is
Go
so
ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
those posts where when white women put like box braids in their hair and the black women in the comments will be like, oh, make sure you add perm to it with the box
Y'all,
braids so it'll stay a little long.
I be ready to throw stuff at y'all. Shut up, y'all. Don't
I
do
feel like
that. I be laughing so
when
hard.
you take out when you're taking out the braids, then you gotta apply perm as moisturizer and leave it in for 2 hours.
But then
Or
don't comb
that
your hair
takes
out
me
after you take the braids.
right.
Someone said it, like, don't comb your hair out after you take the braids out. Just go ahead and let the water fall on it.
Hilarious.
And we just be laughing.
Hilarious. And then it for me it's the pylon. It's like the people who just come and add to it like
Oh
without
yeah,
missing a beat. It's like,
because we
"Oh yeah,
understand.
and it's
Yeah,
just like,
because we
y'all.
understand. We
But
understand.
I
We
love
we
what you
know.
said about like the Kardashian because I remember when Kim Kardashian wore those two damn braids in her head and it was like revolutionary. You would have thought this girl invented braids. They were like the Kim Kardashian, and everybody was calling them the Kim Kardashian boxer braids.
Mm-hmm.
In what world
Mm-mm.
did Kim Kardashian create
Mm-mm.
braids? And I think that's my beef with the Kardashians. Like, because I'm not like I hate them, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't truly care for them because I feel like it's another example on
Mm-hmm.
how white women
Say
have
it.
been able to step inside of Black culture
Say it.
and make money and become famous and
Say it.
create billions of dollars
Mm-hmm.
on the backs of Black people and Black culture,
Mm-hmm.
and a Black woman couldn't do the same thing. There's no way a
Mm-hmm.
Black woman could make a sex tape and then become famous. There's no
We've
way a Black
watched
woman,
this.
right? There's
We've
nowhere a
seen
Black
this.
woman could make a sex tape and then decide I'm gonna create a reality show and people would actually tune in
Mm-hmm.
and millions of people just become obsessed with their family.
Mm-mm.
No.
No. Not
Should
in
be
what
all
world?
kind of everything, all kind of sluts and whores and women need to be
Baby
more
mama
respectful.
drama.
Yes.
All that.
That's another thing. You've
Mm-hmm.
never heard the Kardashians, right? Be referred to as
Never.
baby mamas.
Never. And you never will.
Chloe's not with hers. Kim's not with hers. Courtney's not with her baby daddy. I mean, she's
Mm-mm.
remarried, but she's not with hers.
The
Kylie's not with hers.
Yeah,
Kris Jenner's not with hers. You've never heard any of them
never.
referred to as a baby mama.
And you never will. You
But
never
Black
will.
women are baby mamas. They got to
Oh,
stop picking picking bad
someone called
partners.
me a baby mama. when I posted a Mother's Day video, when my mother finally met my daughter, because she was born over COVID before we had the vaccines and couldn't fly up when she was
They did
born,
what? I'm sorry.
they called me a baby mama. They're like, this is the problem with you baby mamas. And I said, excuse me? I was like, even if I was a single parent,
I'm so confused how you're a baby mama.
how dare you? Like, this is about my mother meeting her grandchild after this deadly ass virus came through and wrecked shit. And you want to focus on if the baby's dad is around, then my
You know
partner,
what?
because he's great, came on and said, "You need to apologize to my wife right now. Like, how dare you, sir? She could celebrate her womanhood and her motherhood without me being present. What the hell's wrong?" I'm
Mother's
like,
Day post.
okay. Listen, ladies, side note, make sure you look for people who do things like that. Like,
Well,
that's an important thing. That's
you
an
mean,
affirming thing.
yes, your man should be,
Okay.
dare I even say, a feminist, but have feminist values. First of all, anybody can be a feminist, right? Like,
Hmm.
there's no gender to
No,
feminism.
no.
But if your man is against you having rights,
Oh,
against
oh,
your right
oh,
to bodily autonomy,
oh. Say it.
believing that you have a certain role and you need to stick to it,
Mm-mm.
girl, I don't think you're not safe.
Run,
You're not safe because
run.
he sees you as a object and or a helpmate and
Okay.
not a partner,
Not a human being.
not a human being.
Not equal.
So
hmm But
shout
back
out to
to
the baby mama.
listen, that was wild. But like, I'm so grateful that you brought up that point because because Kim attributed her love of these braids to Bo Derek, and she called them Bo Derek braids. And I said, those are cornrows if I've ever seen them. And Bo Derek's braids were bad. They were bad braids. And black women, first of all, black culture in general, it's like wild that everybody wants it, everybody wants to share it, but as soon as we don't want to share it, y'all demean it.
No, as soon as it's on an actual black woman, it's to me.
Oh,
Now,
ghetto,
she
tacky,
wore that out to, what was it, like a, I don't know. It was out somewhere like a, like
like
a,
a red carpet.
yeah, like a red carpet type thing.
Yeah.
Black woman showed up in braids. I mean, now it's like a little bit more accepting. You have people like Haley, uh what's her name? Haley, Chloe and
Hallie,
Hallie.
yes, Chloe and
Yes, Chloe
Hallie.
and
Oh, those
Hallie,
beautiful girls.
you
My
have people like
goodness.
that now who are really breaking
Mm-hmm.
barriers. But
Mm-hmm.
especially during this time, I think this was like a little bit earlier into the 2000s. Black
Mm-hmm.
women showing up on red carpets or to formal events with
No.
braids. That
No,
wasn't
no.
revolutionary. That was
Un
lazy.
Unheard of. And then you would hear like people like Michelle Obama talk about how she couldn't even show up with braids.
Right. How
She's like,
she does
we
it
were the
now,
first in
but
the
could
White
not.
House.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yes. A protective style to protect her hair.
Her own
No, she
hair
had to
from
flat
her
iron
own
it to death.
culture,
Right. She had to
for
flat
her
iron it to
own
death.
culture. And you have to think about this. Like, things that are valued are gate kept. So your home, you want to protect your home, you want to protect your family, you want to protect your vehicle. All of those things if you could put it behind a gate, you would. You would.
Yeah. Yes.
So why is it that it is not expected of anyone else to just be willing to share their culture. And you got to understand, especially with Black culture, I'm speaking specifically about Black culture, but I feel like this is applicable to any cultural experience you'll find. We created our culture out of necessity.
Mm.
The ways in which we talk, like people talk about it like it's like stupid and ignorant and things like that, which is why I love Zora Neale Hurston, because she wrote her books in the ways that the people talk, which is an anthropological miracle to me, that she thought so much of Black people, the way we are, the way we exist, that it doesn't mean that you're stupid. It doesn't mean you're inarticulate. It means that you took this language that you were unfamiliar with, that was getting beaten into you, and you
Mm.
spoke it. Even like our even the way in which we speak, they call it ebonics. We call
Right.
it African American vernacular English, because that sounds so much
So
more,
much better.
that's so much better than ebonics. What the hell,
Ebonics.
y'all? Ebonics, you remember that?
Yes, I
For those, the
do.
real ones remember ebonics. But even the ways in which we speak, the patterns, like if you listen to the patterns in which and how we speak African American vernacular English, it mimics some Western African dialects.
Mm.
And we took what we had, like even our cuisine, like the way we were given
Food.
garbage and we made gourmet dishes.
You did something about watermelon. You made a post about watermelon,
Yes.
and I really appreciated, like, because there were some things that I was learning through that
Hmm.
post, but I really just appreciated that because a lot of people forget that some of the foods that are like quote unquote stereotypical
Hmm.
are because there's reasons behind that, like why
There's
we ate chicken,
reasons.
collard greens.
Yes.
What they were, I think that was the only thing that we were allowed to
One
harvest.
of the few things we were
Yeah,
allowed
one
to
of the few
harvest.
things we were allowed to
Hmm.
harvest. There's reasons behind all of those things.
Let me make you laugh. Do you remember the bags that Whole Foods was um they were creating, and it said collards are the new kale? Girl, when I told you, I threw my phone when I saw that. I said collards are the new kale. I know y'all are not
Collards
about
are what?
collard greens
I
are the new kale. And I said I
Collards
will
have been
not be
out.
drinking a collard green smoothie. No, thank you. I like mine with turkey necks.
I just need white people to stop. Just stop. Stop
I'm
trying to invent
screaming.
things that have been there.
Stop
That's
it.
the problem.
Stop it.
It's this Christopher Columbus ass behavior. Like I
Ooh,
need to be the
say it.
pioneer of something. And that's where the culture appropriation issue comes from. Because
Talk
it's
about it.
not just, and they don't realize that it's not like, oh, there's these braids and we don't want y'all to wear them. It's no, y'all are going to wear them and then say
Hmm.
that you made them.
That part.
Just like all of, like,
Part.
so many of the inventions, right, that like we use today, like stoplights, etc. We created these things and then white people said
Hmm.
put their names on it.
Hmm.
Like, oh no, we actually created this. And then we
Hmm.
find out later on, oh, this person actually
A
created
black
XYZ.
person.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
black person
Yeah.
actually created XYZ.
Hmm.
We gatekeep because we need to keep the very few things that we have left to our name. Oh
And
Lord.
it's disturbing that people feel so entitled to not just our labor, but our cultural impact, but then won't give us any credit for creating that cultural impact. It's
Right.
like you can look you can look at jazz, you can look at blues, you can look at rock and roll and look at the direct roots and find us there, but you will never hear, like, who was it? Oh my gosh, I forget. It was the creator, one of the co-creators of Rolling Stone, wrote an entire book called The Masters. And his premise in this book is to celebrate these artists that he just wanted to celebrate. There's not a single black person.
That's wild.
And he said, I guess I could have put, he said this in an interview, mind you. He said, I guess I could have put one in, for diversity's sake.
One,
You said that out
sir.
loud. You said that out loud.
Purgatory immediately. Purgatory.
Not purgatory. You don't get to
Purgatory.
go to heaven or hell. You get to
No,
wait.
you just
Sit down.
in the waiting place. Wreck your damn nerves.
Sister
See the
Rosetta Tharpe is
audacity.
sitting right there. Sister Rosetta Tharpe is sitting right there with her guitar, looking at you. Like, it's the thing. It's the whole thing with, like, Elvis. It's the whole thing with Kim Kardashian. People thinking that she created black culture and she didn't. It's how Gen Z thinks
The
Gen
big
Z
butts.
slang.
Ooh, girl. Kim Kardashian. Oh, sorry. I had to stop it right there. Kim Kardashian. Ooh, see, I done hit the mic. Kim Kardashian, when she, plumped up her butt, got all them fillers, and we started
Do
talking
you
about
remember
how
that?
amazing
Do you
big
remember
butts
that?
were. Yes. All, her
The
body
year
is
of
so
the
amazing.
booty.
Her butt is so
Mm-hmm.
incredible. Black women have been called vulgar. We're not creative or unique. We're video vixens. We're too sexual. We sexualize our body for having these natural shapes
Natural features.
that she is
Sartije.
plumping concrete into her ass to make it look like.
Sartije, or Sarah Bartman. Sarah Bartman was an enslaved woman who was kidnapped,
Yes.
in human traffic, who had an ample backside, and they put her in a human
That thing was
zoo.
poking.
Listen, okay? It
Okay.
was. It
It
was
was
kind of
okay.
sitting. It
It was
was kind of
sitting.
sitting. But they kept this woman even after her death.
Yes.
She couldn't even be put to rest. They just put her to rest like recently, like within the last few years. This
That's
one, like I
wild.
said, enslavement. And you have Vogue writing about like the year of the butt. I'm like, Serena Williams is sitting right there, y'all.
Uh, right. Right.
Sitting
And I remember that
right
Vogue.
there.
Wasn't that when Kim did that naked thing? She had the champagne with the, yes, and it was
Mm-hmm.
like talking about, but, and it's just like black, and I'm not saying
Mm-hmm.
that, well, no, I am saying, these shapes are specific to black women, but
They're
we know that
not.
black women tend to have these figures,
Mm-hmm.
tend to be born with these figures, and that
Mm-hmm.
people like Kim Kardashian model their body after black women.
Mm-hmm.
Just like now, look at it now. Now that they've used up black culture, they have no more use for it. They're looking like
Reducing everything.
lollipops and they're Ozempic skinny.
Ooh,
Okay. Like they don't have any fillers
ooh,
in their
ooh.
butts. Their lips are getting smaller. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
no more fake tan. They're pale as hell.
We're in with the whites now. We don't need
Yeah, they're back to the white people.
we don't need it. We have our
They got the
ambiguous
babies.
we have our ambiguously looking children.
Right.
We have all the cultural capital we need because we got the cultural capital from black folks. Ooh, I just thought of a pivot. Black people, since we are talking about gatekeeping our culture, and since we are talking about the value of our culture, stop inviting people to the cookout
Oh,
for
child. I'm so
basic
sick of
shit.
y'all in these damn cookout
For basic
invites.
shit.
You know what used to bother, and this is so specific, but
Hmm.
it used to get up under my skin. There was this year, a few years ago, and there was a white Kappa, and he was shimmying all over the damn internet. Mind you, he wasn't doing anything special other than shimmying, the same shimmy we see
The same
black
shimmy
men
we've been
shimmy,
seeing.
right? And it was like, oh, he's invite him to the cookout. He's so fine. Oh, cookout, cookout, cookout. And
Mm-mm.
I'm like, for
Mm-mm.
shimmying?
For shimmying.
He's not doing nothing special. He didn't create no eight
Mm-mm.
count routine. He's just shimmying. But
Mm-hmm.
because he's shimmying a little bit on beat, we're praising him for being exceptional.
Random white girls who learn lyrics to like random rap songs, y'all be inviting them to the cookouts, and then they show up with all their white woman ness and complain about how loud the music is.
Right. But
Okay.
they knew Lil Wayne. They knew songs off the Carter Three. So cookout invite.
Oh, stop inviting people to the cookout. Our cookouts are spades tables, our kitchen tables and things like that. I'm not saying don't include, I'm saying that don't be inclusive, but I'm saying like think of your sacred
Not
spaces
for bare
and value
minimum
them
shit.
for
Yeah.
minimums. Like,
Minimum shit.
first of all, if you're a real ally, you don't want to come to no cookout anyway. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. If you are a
Oh.
authentic ally, you are ensuring safe spaces. You don't want to be at the cookout any
Mm.
damn way. You're like, no, you need a safe space. You need a place where you don't have to be
I
this
can't
black
worry
stereotypical
about your
person.
discomfort while I'm there.
No.
I'm there to have a good time,
Right.
eat,
Right.
drink, talk
Right.
my shit.
And just exist as Shivaun and just exist
Yeah.
as Whitney. That's the thing that people don't understand. Like as soon as we leave our homes, we're these walking stereotypes. As soon as we walk out
Code
of our
switch.
doors, but as soon as we walk into the cookout, we just get to exist as individual human beings. And that's like one of the few times we get that opportunity. And I really want black folks, I think because white folks have gotten us thinking that our culture doesn't matter, and because, they'll call ghetto what I call cultural ingenuity. Like it's
Yes.
cultural ingenuity to look at something like pieces of a hog and make it into a meal. It's cultural ingenuity to look at a collard green that looks like any other green, but like make it into a cultural dish. It is cultural ingenuity to look at an oxtail. Come on, somebody, and make something beautiful.
Girl,
Y'all done drove up the
want me
prices
some
of
oxtail.
oxtails.
Oh, girl, listen, I lost my shit on TikTok when I saw white people cooking oxtail because now y'all are gonna get a whole
Nope.
oxtail has already
You
been
know what's gonna
expensive.
happen.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
oxtail has always been expensive. Now
Mm-hmm.
y'all gonna come gentrify the damn
They're gonna
oxtail, and it's
gentrify the
gonna be
oxtail.
$800 to get
Mm-hmm.
a damn little bone of oxtail, and
It's
then y'all
ridiculous.
aren't even eating all the meat off of it. That
Nope.
is blasphemy. My
Blasphemy.
ancestors are coming to haunt your ass.
Listen,
You,
in droves.
girl,
Mm-hmm.
I
Say it.
listen. I saw the white people on TikTok eating them oxtails. And then they
Mm-mm.
were the way they were doing it, it was like as if something new, like they made something new. I am
Always.
both black and Caribbean. Okay, my mom's from the Caribbean. My dad is black. There's no way you didn't create
No,
that shit,
no,
baby.
no,
That's been there.
no. Yeah.
That's been there.
Talk
Put the
about it.
damn oxtail down.
Put it down.
I, I almost I'm here for the segregation of oxtail. White people
Not
should be allowed to buy
segregation.
segregation of oxtail. White people shouldn't be allowed to buy oxtail. At the very least, let us have our oxtail.
Wait, I got another one for you. Ready? Do you remember when that hair oil sold out and like it was like a black woman's hair oil? It was like Mael
Oh
Organics, in
yes,
fact.
yes,
And
yeah,
the
yeah.
white girls were oiling up their scalps, and I'm like, what are y'all doing?
And it looked a mess.
They have to like y'all don't understand. That's not for your hair. Like that's not for your
We're like, we heard
texture.
this was good for hair, and meanwhile, their hair is like matted.
Meanwhile, they look like
Girl,
a
y'all's hair
drowned
creates
rat.
oil.
Okay, your own hair creates the oil that we
You
are putting in.
please put it down
They done
because
sold
now
out.
it's gonna be $80 for a bottle of oil.
My God.
Because and that's another problem that black people, black
Mhm,
businesses, black
mhm,
business owners,
mhm.
black engineers, all of that see so much value in white people and white people's opinions
Woo! Say it.
that
Say it.
once they start dabbling into our things that
Hmm.
we're automatically like, oh, it is now valued as more. And
Hmm.
we raise the price. If you're going to raise the price, baby, raise the price just because you think your product is worth it, not
Right.
because white people have started buying it.
Hello, that. Hello, that. Hello, that. Value your own people's opinion because your own people were the ones who were supporting you.
Right.
You got big off of black folks. How dare you pivot to a whole different community when you built your entire thing off of black folks? How dare you? Like, how dare you?
I
But
mean,
that
I that's how I felt about like Shea Moisture,
don't get me
right? Like it
started
was
on
so
Shea
like
Moisture. It
this
used to be
is
so
for
good.
us, by us,
It
for
used to
us,
be
by
so
us.
good.
It's
It
I
changed.
don't use it.
Well,
It dries
to
out
yeah,
our hair.
it's not the same ingredients. And we see it time and time and time and time again that we devalue what we have. Meanwhile, people outside have see it as gold. And then they take the thing that
Mhm.
they've convinced us that is not good, and we don't believe it's not we don't believe it's any good either. And then they
Mhm.
make millions and billions of dollars off of it. Meanwhile, we're just sitting around like,
They're like, I'll buy it from you for
I
500,000, right? Like
guess I'll buy it.
it's
I
decent.
guess.
Like I'll buy it, and the next thing you know, it's worth $1 billion.
So that's why we have to value our own culture. That's
Yep.
why we have to gatekeep our own culture. That's why we have to shut down these. I'm taking people's cookout invites. If y'all keep inviting these people to our cookout, stop
Please.
it.
If you
Stop
have
it.
a cookout invite, I would like you to just leave it here.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, if
Leave it
you
here.
again, you can't call yourself an ally. Only the communities that you're trying to help can call you an ally. But if you
Right.
consider yourself someone who is a friend, we'll say a friend, if you consider yourself a friend of a culture and you consider yourself friendly with that culture, don't invite yourself to the cookout and don't look for cookout invites. Like it's one thing to want to hang out with your friends. It's a whole nother thing
Yes.
to say, hey, I'm going to invite myself to this cultural experience when no, you cannot.
Mm,
No, you cannot. And no, you should not want to. Nope,
right.
I don't want to. Nope, this
Girl,
is
it's
y'all
like the N
space.
word. Ooh, it's like the N word.
Don't
It gives them a brain
get
aneurysm that they can't say the N
me.
word.
It's the entitlement. It's the entitlement. How dare you tell me I can't do
Why do you
something?
want to
When
say it so bad?
say
That's
it. Go ahead. Go ahead. Say it. Say it in the meeting. Say it
was
in the
it
meeting with your boss.
who was that on the news? And they were like talking
Oh,
about the N word, and
what
he
is
was
his
like,
name?
he said, "So say it then.
That actor. He's amazing. Oh my gosh, what is his name? I love that
So
clip
say
so
it
much.
then."
I'll
I
say it with you.
listen.
I'll say it with you.
I'll say it with you. Say it then. My life. I got
Yes.
my whole entire life. I said, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
say it.
Say it. Go ahead. Say it. You want
Uh,
to say it so bad? Go ahead. No, but I need you to say it in the middle of a meeting. Say it in the middle of a place where you have something of value to lose.
please,
Since you want to say it, don't say it on the internet behind your scared ass no image page, your fake page.
girl, because
Don't
I'm
do
so
that.
tired. If y'all call me a cotton picking monkey one more time behind that fake ass page with 3 followers, I know it's one of
Coward.
y'all who already follows me.
You're a
Here's the thing.
coward.
we know most of the time, like, and that's what bothers me too when people are like, "Oh, don't pay attention, it's just bots." Okay, sometimes it is bots, but sometimes it is
It'd be
these
real
people who are
people.
already following us
Mm-hmm.
who feel like emboldened, but
Mm-hmm.
not emboldened but not brave,
Hello. Say that.
and they want to
Hello.
get off their insults. And so they're like, I'll just make another page. Because I bet you if we actually cared enough, which I don't,
We
to do
don't.
some digging, I could connect it to an account that's
Absolutely.
following me already.
Oh, 100%. 100%. They
Yeah.
want to look, they want the aesthetic of looking like a good person on the outside.
Yeah.
But on the inside, them internal biases are screaming.
Screaming.
Screaming, baby. But yes,
N words calling my name.
like it's none of your business what black people do.
Yeah.
And I think y'all need to y'all haven't gotten that through your head since like the walking paper days where y'all needed walking papers to see where we were going, what we were
Oh,
doing, those things
yes.
like that. What black people do and what we do in our culture is none of your business unless you are part of that culture. Period. Point blank. The end. And let's be honest, black culture is diverse AF. Let me tell
Right.
you, regional differences, city differences, even neighborhood differences, different things that happen in different families. Like we are not a monolith, but I can guarantee you, like what we do in our culture and our subcultures is none of your business if you're not a part of those cultures.
Look, I can't send a snaps. I hope they
More
can hear
ASMR. The
more AS.
Black girl voice is ASMR.
Should do a whole episode. What it when they do the I if you say the word, show your face.
That is hilarious. No, that would be the funniest thing. That's a TikTok right there.
We honestly, I would love to do an ASMR TikTok of just like 30 seconds of us just saying that back and forth. We're doing that one day.
We're doing it
We're doing
definitely.
that one
Oh
day.
my gosh. We're
I
so annoying.
we're so annoying. We're so annoying. Okay. We're done. We're getting off here. We're going
Again,
back to our
why
lives
do we keep ending episodes like this?
because we're unhinged
And
and
we
someone
play
needs to stop us.
and we play on the internet. We just
And
play.
we play on the internet. We play on Beyonce's internet. So we love you guys. Thank
Love
you
you
for tuning
guys.
in. Make sure that you join the Patreon because that is
Absolutely.
where you really get the tea,
The
where we're telling
unhingedness
stories.
is
Yes.
unhinged.
And
Mhm.
we're a little more unedited than
And
we
free.
are now. So imagine that.
Freer.
Yes, a little freer. So until next time.